What I wanted to do with this book was really take a much longer view of history and try and understand what is the role work has played in our lives, in our evolutionary history, and of course in the largest period of human history, which was that period of 300,000 or so years when we were hunter-gatherers. And in terms of working hours, our relationship with work is complicated and how you define work is complicated. But in terms of what people considered to be work, the evidence from hunter-gatherer societies suggests very clearly that people didn't work nearly as hard or as much as they did now. What is bizarre is that we've ended up in this period of this moment in history where, we've won extraordinary abundance. Human productivity, the history of the last 10,000 years has seen this extraordinary escape from the kind of scarcity that plagued agricultural populations. To the point that now, we now are so productive in food terms that actually we feed everybody as much food as ends up in food waste piles every year. And that's the 1 or 2% of people that actually farm. We are in such a productive moment in history, and yet we continue to be obsessed with this kind of agricultural era work ethic. And that is what is, in many ways, it poses real environmental problems for us in the long term, but it's also something that is holding us back from doing things that are meaningful and satisfying to a lot of us. The hard work, which has brought us such prosperity in the past, is now actually at risk of cannibalizing our future. And at the same time, it cannibalizes our present, in that we end up with so little free time to be able to do the things that matter to us. Why do lottery winners, on the whole, still all go back to their jobs that they held before they won the lottery? And it is because simply the way history has worked in the last 100 years, our jobs have kind of become enmeshed in our social lives. Our workplaces have become sort of surrogate villages, where 200 years ago agricultural populations defined themselves by geography. Over the last 150 years, especially those of us that live in cities, we define ourselves by the work we do. 4-day working week is a really important step in the right direction in terms of recognizing that we're caught up in this work, energy, productivity nexus that poses real risks for us.